Oh, there you are. It's live, Danny. You asked when. There you are. We're all live. Yay. Thank y'all from our sneak attack on for the new year. Um, to give you a brief history of what happened, this gentleman, who if I can see if I can put his picture up. This is Tim Walter, and he came on my show. And Tim is a earth energy specialist. He does ley lines. He's got a real bunch of really interesting shows on that. And he came over and he talked about it with me. And after we went off the air, this charming gentleman said, I looked at your grids. What have you ever built one for the earth, for the world? And I said, no, I build them for people. I mean, individuals, not. Although I did build one for Chamber of Commerce once and it actually worked. But anyway, so he said, well, that would be interesting. So then 2 days later, I mentioned it to Dr. Gale. And what did Dr. Gale do? Now you get to tell your part of the story.
Well, I said, well, let me just pull the card. I have that deck. Let me pull it up card because she pulls out for her grids out of this activation, the Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle card, which I have this deck. And I love this deck. And I pulled out the heart chakra. And so that's what I felt about Earth. It was all green, the heart chakra. Mm-hmm. And it says, the frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So I thought this was perfect for Earth. However, it was all green, and we were talking about how I'm not sure how that grid would come out being all green.
Be the easiest grid I ever built. So then 2 days later, I was speaking to Jeffrey. And Jeffrey said, we'll put the cards out and I'll pick one for you. And this is what he picked, the Merkaba. And if you don't know what that looks like in 3 dimensions, it's like 2 pyramids that are sort of jammed together, and the top's coming out of one side and the bottom's coming out of the other. And it's actually an incarnation of the earth. And I'll read this for Jeffrey. It's not Jeffrey can't read. It's just Jeffrey doesn't have the card. The frequency of the Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse the other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to the Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve its highest purpose. So I just decided those were 2 of the most perfect cards to do for the earth going into the 7-year, which is spiritual development and analysis. And so then I did what I do with my rock thing. And this is what we came up with.
Yay, it's so pretty. Yay.
And it's got the center stone. This guy is, it's a fluorite, and it's a dark purple to blue. That's its attributes is learning, self-confidence, balance, and coordination, overall balance. And then at the height up here, the red jasper, there's only one of them, and it goes to go through hardships and ideas and actions and stay organized. That's for grounding. The 2 little bop boops here, these guys are gold stones, and they show courage and a positive attitude and gentle uplifting. It's for energy. And then these 2 little flares at the bottom, those are honey calcites, and they are for the right use of power to overcome obstacles for health. And then the 3 points in here are green moss agate, and it's a model green, and it refreshes the soul with new beginnings. And then the big, chunky looking sort of pale green things are green aventurine. They're healing, good luck, calm the soul. And then the little dots that you see around here, they look like those are mother of pearl, and higher goals, bringing prosperity to mystical work. It's for energizing. And then I put a blue lace agate pearl. It's like about the size of a pearl in there. And that's to cool and calm. And that's to connect part to the energizing. Then the quartz points that you see at the top and the bottom, they're actually multi-points, and they're kind of fun, and they amplify energy and clears negativity, and that's for the clarity of change. And then all around the edge, it's 20 fluorite crystals, which they're octahedrons, and they sort of look like a Merkaba, so that's why I put them there. And they're for learning self-confidence, balance, and coordination, and overall balance. So,
Nancy, can you make you big? Take all us lower and make you the main picture and hold it up.
I can do this. I can do it. Nope, I made you big, dude.
Now Danny's big.
Okay, now I'm big. And
there we go.
Okay, what we do now is we charge up.
But hold the grid so we can see it.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
And what I'm going to do, and I had a wand out here, and I'm sure I have one somewhere. Guys, you have no idea how much stuff gets lost in this office. I had it. Okay, I'm going to use a little bitty wand, and it doesn't matter. You wouldn't have to have a stone. I'm going to use this one. Size with crystals doesn't matter. And the way you fire up a crystal is you start in the middle with this one, and then I'd go out to the red jasper first. I'm going to do it with my finger because I can't feel where I am with the stone. Okay, we're going to charge this up. And each person that wants to put an intention towards the new year, you can do it now, or you can hold it and do it later. It doesn't matter, but we're going to start here, go up to the red jasper, come back, go back down to the gold stone, come back, go down to the other gold stone, come back. Then we're going to go to the green moss agate, and to go to the green moss agate. Guys, this is so disorienting doing this on a screen. And do the green moss agate. And then we're going to go bounce out to the green aventurine. Oh, where'd it go? Here. You have no idea. I mean, I'm trying to watch this on screen. Green aventurine, back to the center. Green aventurine, back to the center. Green aventurine, back to the center. Green aventurine. I should have set the other camera up so I could do the floor. Green aventurine. This is all my falls here. Back to the center. And as you can tell, you don't have to be terribly concentrated on this part of it. This one to the center. And then you can go out and tap every one of the mother of pearls if you want. But because my arms are dying, we're going to start. You start at the center and you start circling out, and you ask the universe to come in and bless and come in and attach its energy and create the movement we want for the whole earth, for the healing of the earth that we're going to be going through. And then when you're done, you it did fire it up. I can feel the heat from the stones when they get their energy all collects in here. And that's how you fire up a grid. And now I'm going to put it down because I'm about to die holding that up. It's not that heavy, guys. But, okay, in honor of what we have going on here. Okay. Danny pulled a couple cards. He's going to read them. Jeffrey's going to have a little thing to say if he wants to, Dr. Gale. And then I'm going to pull one. Ask your guides for the message for the next year. And then we're going to be out of here, guys, because I'm sure that everybody really has other things they'd rather do on New Year's than
what? No.
Well, you're trapped in your house. What can I say?
All right. Well, let me go with the cards that I pulled. And thank you for doing this, Nancy, because I think I have this on my iPad here, this grid, and I was firing it up, the image, and I could feel my hand tingling. And as we come into a place where there's so much destruction, we need to be really protective of this planet that we live on. And so I pulled 3 cards. The first card I pulled, and I'm using the Galactic Heritage card. And this card is called Embracing Family, which means we have to come together as a family of species that live on this planet that are actually doing a lot of the damage on the planet. The second card I pulled is Protectiveness.
Mhm.
We need that. We need to come together as a family to protect Earth. And then the last card I got was the Power of Sound. And this card reminds us to get out and sing and dance, thank the trees, thank the birds, thank the earth. Just don't think it, vocalize it so that vibration gets out and they feel that vibration of voice, song, and to the nature.
Mhm.
So thank you, Nancy, for this beautiful grid. It's awesome.
And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll talk about it now, and I'll send out a notice to all my members. I will set up in my resources file. I'll set up a PDF so you can download a picture of this. And but that won't be able to be up for a couple days because my ladies in Philadelphia, my person who does those things for me. But so everybody can do like what Danny did, put it on their iPad, put it on there somewhere, whatever they want to do. And so Jeffrey, did you want to make a comment?
Yeah, so I was trying to get a message and I got, lately I've been writing. I don't know what's going on. Because I really don't like writing. And what I got was love has faith. Love has faith. And then when Danny was talking, I got this energy of call in love. So like you're in some sort of whatever, an uncomfortable situation, something unfamiliar, something, and I call in love. I call in love. That's it. Really simple. Nice,
Yep.
no?
That's lovely. Thank you. And Dr. Gail?
Well, I pulled a card out of the Secret Language of Color. Did we just lose Danny? Danny, where'd you go, Danny?
He's there. He pulled himself out of the stream.
Oh,
Danny
okay.
went to the Merkaba.
That's right. He went traveling.
There he goes. He's back. He's trying to pull himself out. I don't know.
Danny, you tried to leave it. Okay. Well, I pulled the secret color of language of color, and I pulled out blue. And blue is activating the healing power. I think we all need to come together, activate our healing power for Earth, and bring in the blue light to heal Earth. And that's my message for that color.
Okay, so I'm getting this down, children. I pulled higher self, and the message is truth. Speak your truth. Say what you know to be true, and that will help you deal with your higher self and make it. I think that's the message for this year: is we can speak more of our truth without having to think, is somebody going to jump down my throat? What's going to happen? Don't second guess it. Just speak your truth.
Yeah.
And let it go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to call out some of the people that have. I don't normally call people out. So if you don't like people being called out, we got 37 people watching us, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Gigi Ward in New York. Hi. And Dina Rocco and Debbie Joyce. And one of my most superior, absolutely wonderful people who follows me. It's 2 a.m. where she is. Engla is here from Finland.
Engla, do you ever sleep?
No. Lyra Aquila is here. And then Jennifer W., Lisa Niedermeyer, Susie 007, Prince Charming's mom, Faye Cole, Ivana Intuitive, Dozen Cats, Kelly is here. Thank you. Hypnicity is by. Celtic Seer is here. Shockwave 43. Magenta Clan Woman. Faye Cole, I think I said you. I don't want to not say you. Rosa Blue. Gina M. And Vivian. Yay, Puerto Rico's in the house. I want to hear about what your trip. Yeah, I want to hear what your trip was like to that little tiny house. Karen Johnson, Patricia Frenzino, and Miriam Bratton, and Carol Gallagher. Ron Unconditional Love Tarot. I spent some time speaking with him yesterday and spent part of last weekend with him on Kelly's channel. Nancy Castro, who's actually one of the few people online that I've actually physically met. Karen Johnson, yeah, she came to Dallas, and we tried to go to a garden, and then we found out that it was sort of closed, so we didn't go. Long story. Trying to make it short. Stacy Richardson and Travels and Margel and Sharon Sipes in the house, the world's best dragon. And everybody's saying Happy New Year to everybody, and that's a good thing. And that's the end. That's all the names that I can check. And this has been 16 minutes of absolute fun. Once again, the grid is here, and I'm going to be keeping it here. Tim inspired it, but I don't know if you all know about mailing things to England, but it's like an arm and a leg. And when the universe sends me the money, I'll send the grid in.
Hey, Nancy, can't we do something like the Stanley Cup and it just goes around the world?
Yeah, we can do it. I mean, the first person I'd send it to would be to Engla then, because I know how to send things to Finland. Yeah.
Don't send it to Shasta because she'll never get it.
I know it takes forever, and we've got Shasta, which is sort of in a country unto itself. We've got Finland, we've got England, we've got Mexico. I live in a state of remorse in Texas, but anyway, that's kind of a Happy New Year. I don't know what else to say, but we should all thank Tim. I'm going to send him a copy of this tape, and I hope he'll still speak to us. But I'm really glad y'all showed up. I'm glad we kind of decided to do this. It kind of gave me a project to end the year. And by the way, it is now midnight in England, so it is 2023, where the person who inspired this.
Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What, Jeffrey?
Happy New Year to Europe, Asia, and Africa, and Australia.
There you go.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, they go first, don't they? Yeah.
What about New Zealand? Did you?
New Zealand too.
What about Finland?
Yeah,
Finland's
what about Papua New Guinea?
yes, it's all on that side.
Okay.
I know my geography. You can't get me.
Yeah, well, I know my tiredness, guys, and I really am. I'm not going to be swinging from the light poles or anything tonight. I'm going to be sitting quite quietly at home. Maybe have a little spice cider. Not sure. And I thank you all for coming. And
in Hippen City, Switzerland.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Wow. Yes.
Engla said it's already been the new year for 2 hours where she is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's 2 hours east of England.
She's up celebrating then.
She has a beautiful little town to celebrate in. If you did not see it, go back and look in my tapes. And it was the last couple of days. She sent a Christmas card to all of us, and it is absolutely marvelous. Yeah. And go look at it, because I wish I lived in a place where they would declare all sorts of violence and rudeness to be off the table for 48 hours.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, it was wonderful. And the pictures of her hometown. It would make you almost like Snow, Dr. Gill.
I don't know. don't know. As I'm saying, get me out of here for 2 months.
Mhm. So I'm going to do is I'm going to put up Tim's picture one more time. We're all going to wish him a happy new year because he's going to get a copy of this tape. So, okay,
Yeah.
there's Tim. Happy
Awesome.
New Year, Tim.
Happy New Year, Tim. Thank you for suggesting this. Awesome.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the broadcast. Have a good New Year.
All right.
Happy
thanks.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy